Hey friends, TUXX here. I got something really cool in the mail today. I got this smart HD antenna by 1byone. And you may recall these guys, I did a recent review of a one-handed keyboard, which I absolutely love. It's a great keyboard. If you go back in my queue, you can see that review. And these guys contacted me because they had seen that I've done some other reviews of TV antennas and electronics and TVs and such, and they wanted for me to do a honest review of their smart HD antenna. Now, before I unbox this, I do have to say that I do live on a little island out in the Keys, so I don't have the normal amount of reception as someone who lives in a big city, that kind of thing, you know. So I have had problems in the past getting antennas like this to work, but we're gonna give this a good review and find out what this is all about. Now, looking at the package here, this has a lot to say right on here for you. It's a very nice retail packaging. Amplified smart HD antenna. And amplified is something you really should look for when you're buying these type of antennas, because lots of times it just takes a signal at normal strength, you know, which sometimes isn't that strong. But if you get one that's amplified, it'll actually take that weaker signal of a more distant TV station and go ahead and make it viewable. And one thing that's really great about the HD era is, unlike in the old days of bunny ears or whatever, where TV stations might kind of tune in, but you have to turn the Reynolds wrap or antennas or whatever. Now with digital TV, it's pretty much pass or fail. I mean, it's gonna click in and be a nice picture, or it won't pick it up, you know. So it's actually improved the antenna use a lot since way back in the 80s and 90s and such. So you can really get by these days if you have enough good signal just on free HD TV, which is amazing compared to paying your cable company. My cable bill is about $200 a month, and I so want to ditch it. So that's part of my motivation for trying these antennas and trying to find a good source for myself. Okay, now on the front here you can see it does have 360 reception, so unlike a satellite dish, you don't have to aim it one direction or the other. This will actually pick it up from different directions. This has an ultra thin design, which is real good. It's not too bulky, and actually it's pretty artistic looking. We're going to take a look at this more in detail when we open it up. I like the looks of it. On here it says free HDTV up to 60-mile range. Okay, so that's important. Is the fact that, again, if you live in a country area, or like me on a little island in the middle of nowhere, you may not be able to pick up as much TV as someone who lives in downtown Miami, or even just any kind of normal city that's not way in the out in the ocean like Key West is. So this might actually be good for everyone to test on their own. If you have a little bit of success with antennas, this is going to be amazing for you, okay? All right, continue on. Watch full HD TV with quality broadcast for free. Again, that's great. No monthly fees, no price increase, no contracts. And I gotta tell you, a lot of these satellite companies have really gotten really greedy, if you don't mind me saying that. Over the years, the satellite companies have really started charging an arm and a leg. So it's expensive, to get nice HD TV. Lots of times they'll even charge you extra for HD TV, which is absolutely ridiculous, But they do that. So if you can find a good, actual HD antenna like this, it can actually save you a boatload of money. Now, looking at the other parts of the box here, we can see amplified smart HD antenna, 1byone. And here's a model number too. You can actually search for this on Amazon. And also, I'm going to put a link for this in the description down below so you can check it out too. You can click to it. On the back here, it talks about amplified smart HD antenna. Watch full HD broadcast for free. Same kind of thing for the front. Okay, package includes antenna with smart box and 10-foot coaxial cable. That's good. A 5-foot USB power cable. That's interesting, as USB power. Optional USB adapter. Okay, there you go. So you can plug it in a wall. 2 3mm adhesive mount, so you can mount it. An antenna stand, universal manual, and warranty card. And you can see what's cool about this is it has a really cool aesthetic to it. So the photos here definitely give you some ideas of what you can do with this. You can mount it on a wall, just like art, which is cool. You can actually stick it in your window and kind of just, it's not real obstructive since it has a big hole in the middle here. It's a great antenna that you can actually see through. It looks great on a little TV stand or a shelf. And you can even lay it flat if you want. Now, I would think that probably being the window, this is probably the best method of getting a lot of TV, or maybe this one here where air can kind of come through both sides. But you really can do what you want with it. This is obviously very versatile. Here's the SR code if you want to scan that. This will help you get to getting your very own. And down here, there's some technical data I should review. Frequency range is 47 to 230 megahertz and 470 to 700 megahertz. Receiver range is FM, VHF, and UHF. Max gain is .35 decibels, and output level is 100 dB. Okay, so very good information. You can pause that and zoom in that if you like. Okay, and let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and open this up. It has a good amount of weight to it. Feels like a quality product. Let's go ahead and see what we have in here. Looks like we got a little clear seal. We'll bust open. There we go. And hopefully I'm not going to destroy the box too much. We'll see. Oh, wow. Okay, it's wrapped on the inside. So we'll pull this out here, and let's see if there's anything else. There's a manual or something. Oh, there's a little box here, and it looks like we got a manual. Okay. All right, we're just gonna put this aside for right now, and we'll take a look at these one by one. There's a little service card here. It's great that they stand behind their products. Gives you a little SR code. It does explain there. Hi there. First off, we'd like to thank you. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Has a phone number you can call if you have help. Let's see, so very cool. And here is, let's take a look at this. Here is the actual smart indoor antenna. Very cool. Congratulations, you just purchased the finest technologically advanced, easy to install HD antenna for indoor use. I mean, that's great that you don't have to have this on top of your house or, you know, facing southeast like a DirecTV dish or something. That is fantastic. It talks about the contents we just reviewed. And on the inside here, just talk about the smart box, and we'll talk more about this in 1 second. And you can just take a look at the pictures. You can pause it and zoom it in if you like. Looks like very easy installation. Looks like you can actually plug it into your TV as a power source, which is interesting. And then it has a cable antenna in where you can plug in through power. So very cool. Give you a look at all this. Okay, on the back side here, just talk about mounting the antenna, scanning for TV channels, antenna placement, optional ideas, and frequently asked questions. How many channels can I receive? And of course, the number of channels you can receive is determined by the number of broadcasters in your area. It does have a website here you can go to. I'll get a little close on this. You can see this dtv.gov.maps or /maps, I should say. You can see it right there. And that can give you an idea of the different people that are in your area. There is some troubleshooting. It looks like a really good full manual here. It talks about a lot of different scenarios and everything you need to get started. Okay, taking a look at the contents of the package here. Here is a mount, and this is actually nice. This feels like a metal. This is metal, actually. And then it does have 4 like anchor mounts here, so you can do some different types of displays with this type of antenna, which is really, really cool. You don't often see that, to be honest with you. These are plastic. It does have like a little part there, so this reduced tension won't snap. Looks very cool, but this actual part here is interesting. Just have foam on the bottom, so it won't scratch up your surfaces, and it feels, maybe it's plastic. Yeah, I guess it's a very hard plastic. I really thought that was metal at first. Very heavy plastic. So very cool. That is the stand. We'll kind of pop this down here. Now inside this little magical box, check it out. This is the power supply. And from here you can see this is like a regular USB, okay, to the power for the antenna. And then if you don't want to do it through a USB, like if all your USB are in place, or if there's nothing near a window, if you're doing a window display or something, it does have a normal like little USB charger, which is great that includes this. A lot of things do not include this, and then you'll have another $5-10 or whatever. So way to go, 1byone, for including everything you need. And taking a look further at this, we'll take a look and pull out the well, here, let's go ahead and look at the cord first. Now, this is a standard coaxial cable. People back in the day used to rely on this completely for cable TV and antenna TV and everything. And of course, now we've moved on to HDTV or, you know, HDMI and different types of adapters. But most TVs still have one of these. So if you ever seen that screw-on thing on your TV set and you weren't sure what it was for, that's what this is for, you know. And it's a great way of receiving broadcast TV. It's still something which all TVs should have, and it's great when they do. So there is that. And here is the actual 1byone little smart plug here, and you can see here is the hole for the power supply, so you can plug in the power supply to this just like that. Okay, and then here is a switch, and here is the actual logo of the 1byone. So anyway, very cool. So you can switch that to get the best reception. And taking a look here at the actual antenna itself, It does come wrapped, and it does come with some nice little 3M seals here too, which is very cool. Let me see here. It's great. I really love the fact they include so much stuff, you know? Sometimes, like back even when you get some antennas, they require a purchase of a separate hardware kit. And I always really hated that. Like that, it seemed like it was kind of like, here's the one price. And then it was like, oh, but you have to buy this other $80 thing. So kudos to you guys, 1byone, for including all sorts of different types of stands and different types of like 3M tape. This is nice industrial thing, so you can stick this to a window or something, or a wall or whatever. Very cool they include this. I'm really pumped about that. Okay, taking a look at this. Wow, okay, this is cool. It does have like a protective coating, which I will remove so we can see this in all of its glory. Let me see if I can carefully do this. Sometimes I don't have the best luck tearing off plastic covers like this. But it is nice they keep it nice and protected. We'll peel this off. And it is a very cool matte black look to it. And it does have kind of a semi-gloss ring around the center. And it features the 1byone logo right there. So anyway, very cool. You can see it's very thin, so this is not going to be super obstructive to other things in the house, you know. On the back side here, it does have kind of another protective coating, which I would recommend removing. I've not read the instructions about this, but I am assuming that removing it is the optimum method. This is more just for aesthetics when shipping, to keep it nice. I know some people do like to leave like this type of stuff on cell phones or new purchases or whatever to keep them nice, but for the sake of receiving the maximum signal, I'm going to go ahead and remove this so that way we can actually get the best signal we can get. So anyway, there you go, and that's what it looks like. And again, this is very pleasing to the eye, as you can see. Very thin, nice and lightweight, but I bet this is going to be like the best it can do. All right, friends, we are back, and I wanted to show this smart box here because it has a cool little green glowy light showing that it does have power, and this is one of 3 modes of reception you could try and scan for. Now, if you're not having luck on one mode, you can always push the switch here and go to yellow, which is a different mode, or push it to blue here and try another mode. So you can actually go through 3 different modes and see what type of stuff you can actually receive. I'm going to start with green here because I love the green glowy light. And of course we have our antenna here and we are ready to rock this. So let's go ahead and scan and see what type of stuff we can receive. Alright friends, we are back, and I went ahead and gave this a good solid try, and again I do want to stress this is my unbiased review, so I do have to give a little disclaimer again, that is that I live on a little island pretty far away from the mainland. Actually, Key West is about 3.5 hours from Miami or any city. We're actually closer to Cuba than we are to Miami, so because of that reason I don't usually get a lot of regular broadcast TV anyway, but I did try this on several different modes, and unfortunately I was unable to pick up TV channels. But again, I do not blame this unit at all because of where I live. I'm going to go ahead and try and test this somewhere else in the country, maybe in Miami or somewhere else, and see what type of results I get. And I'll do a follow-up later down the road on this, but as of today, at least here in the island, I cannot actually get a TV channel. Now, pros and cons of this unit. The cons is that I guess it does not seem to work on little islands way out in the ocean. Okay, but again, I'm not blaming it. The pros, there's a lot to love about this unit. I gotta tell you guys who are thinking about ditching cable and, you know, going rogue with no cable bills and just getting like broadcast HD quality TV, I would give this a serious try, honestly. This is the nicest one I have seen. You know, between the antenna, very thin, very light. I love the way that it has a built-in amplifier. No need to buy an extra amplifier for it, which a lot of them do need that extra amplifier, and that could cost you another 20, 30 bucks or more, you know. It comes with a cool little stand. I'm digging that. It actually comes with the little USB power. A lot of them charge extra for that. And it comes with all the little latches and 3M tapes and everything you need to actually get it all set up. So I think this is a great product, guys. I want to test this further and find out more about it. And I want to thank you guys very much for watching this video. Now again, if you'd like to test this on your own, this great 1byone product, in the description down below here, there's a link so you can get more information on this product. But I would give it a solid go, and I'm curious what you guys do with it. I'd like to see your experiences with it and hear what type of channels you get with this, because I think this is a winner. I think this is actually going to pick up some channels under normal situations, okay? All right, friends, thank you very much for for watching this review. I really appreciate it. This unboxing is brought to you, of course, by TUXX Reviews, and I want to thank 1byone for sending me this antenna. I really do appreciate it, guys. And also be sure and check out my alt channel, TUXX Toys. You can check out TUXX Toys on Instagram and Twitter. This channel, TUXX Reviews, on Instagram and Twitter. Oftentimes, I will have some slice-of-life photos. I may have some photos of this down the road, actually, in use in different cities or places that might have better luck with it, okay? And, of course, I do have a beta channel called Gamer TUXX. So, guys, be sure and click that bell to get notifications of new videos. Be sure and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And, again, I want to thank everyone who's subscribed in the past, okay? All right, friends, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.